YouTube, it's Pastor Dwayne here. So today we're going to be looking at the Trinitarian Bible Society's latest edition of the Textus Receptus. That's right, they have retypeset it into a more modern look, and I am actually kind of excited about this one. So we're going to take a look at Hikeni Diatheke right now. So the first thing you're going to notice here is it comes in this really nice, shiny clamshell box. You probably noticed already that it's rather tiny. This book is almost like a pocket edition, maybe not a pocket edition, but it's rather small. It's on the smaller end. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. We typically don't buy Bibles for the box, so you know what? Get out of here. So inside, the first thing we're going to see is a nice calf skin leather bound book. Now, I want to just kind of show you around here. This is like, it's really soft. You can just feel the softness in that. And it does kind of roll back a little bit, which is kind of nice. You take a look at the spine, you're going to see Hikeni Diatheke written there, or I should say stamped in a Greek foil. And then, of course, you got the logo, Trinitarian Bible Society, right there on the bottom. And then the back is just plain as well. Nothing too fancy there. Just a really nice, soft cover. If you've been around me long enough, you'll know that one of my biggest complaints with printed editions of the Greek New Testament is there's very few. In fact, I think there's only one option for a premium edition, and that comes from Crossway and the Tyndale House Greek New Testament, and they produce one in a calfskin leather and a Moroccan leather edition as well. So this will be the second edition that we have that comes in a nice premium leather cover. Now, if we flip over on the inside, you're going to see that it is a paste down liner. Now, I don't know what kind of material this is, but I do like to give it the little, what I call the rip test. And it doesn't rip as easily as a number of other ones that I have seen. It looks like there's some sort of synthetic material on there, and then there's a thick cardstock pasted to that. So I imagine it'll last. It's not a very large volume, and just for the sake of size, I did grab a Pit Minion here. I just wanted to show you how big the Trinitarian Bible Society Greek New Testament is compared to the Pit Minion. They are pretty much identical in size. I would have to say, though, that the Pit Minion is probably just a little bit thicker than the Hikeni Diatheke, but that's only because, I mean, the Pit Minion has the entire Bible in there, right? So, of course, it's going to be a little bit bigger. Let's give them a little break, huh? What you're probably dying to see is the inside. And I was really pleased with the inside. If you've been around my channel enough, you know that my other biggest complaint, especially with the Greek New Testament edition from Trinitarian Bible Society, is that the font is just ugly, okay? It's just ugly. It's wrong. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm happy to tell you that they have improved the font here. So I'm just going to skip the front matter now. We'll come back. But there's the text in the main body right there. So the body of the text is just rather plain Jane. There's nothing too fancy about it. It's just, here's your Greek text with your verse numbers in line. You can see the verse numbers right there and there. Unlike their old edition, which had the verses on the outside margin, you kind of had to guess where they were inside the text. Now this is just like a million times better. Trinitarian Bible Society, I really like what you're doing here. Now, the one thing though that I did find a little bit, we'll just say not pleasing to the eye, were the chapter numbers. Now, if you take a look at the Greek font here, the font itself is nice and it just kind of smooths in all these arches. But then you got these chapter numbers, which just don't seem to match up so well with the font, right? Like, look at all the like corners and the hard edges and stuff. It just doesn't go well with the body of the text. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? This is still a major improvement over their other edition, but I think maybe just a little bit of thought into how you're going to font out the chapter numbers. But nonetheless, I think this is a great addition. I'll also point out that there's not really a whole lot of margin space. It looks like about a 1/2 inch on the outside, and maybe even less than that on the top and bottom. So if you like to write in your Bibles, you'll get a little bit of room, but you're going to want something wide margin. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front matter here. I jumped the gun because I was just so excited about what was inside the text. So let's take a look at what we got in the front. There's our title page here, Trinitarian Bible Society, the Greek text underlying the English Authorized Version. If I'm not mistaken, this is the FHA Scrivener edition. So that's what you're getting here. The preface has some details just about the Textus Receptus and what it is and how we got it, that sort of thing. We get into the table of contents and then straight into the text. Okay, so it comes with a single black ribbon, okay, and it is a double-sided satin ribbon, And of course, it comes with the end. And you know what? The end is even just slightly starting to fray already. And I haven't used this. This is maybe the second or third time I pulled this out of the package. I've been using my old one, but we'll be transitioning to this guy here. Nothing fancy, but it is just a solid representation of the Textus Receptus, and I like it. It's a good premium option. Now, at the end of the book, if we go to Apocalypsis Isu, Kephelion, I don't even know what 22 in his Greek is. It's all good. It's all good. But right at the end, that's it. There's no back matter. There's a couple blank pages at the end here. Again, I don't think they're there purposely. It's just sort of what happens when you have signatures of a certain size. And a cardstock, and then your back liner, and that's it. So overall, I'm really pleased with this. It's Smith sewn. There's your headbands. It's got a nice gold gilding around it. These are really nicely constructed volumes. Now, I do have my United Bible Society Greek New Testament. This is the UBS 5th edition. And again, just to compare, the Trinitarian Bible Society edition does come out just a fraction smaller. I would say maybe a 1/4 inch smaller, length and width, but you're going to see here that it's fatness. This is significantly slimmer. It's significantly slimmer. Anyway, so if you're in the market for a nice quality premium Greek New Testament, this is probably the way to go, because I don't imagine that they're going to be producing any of the critical texts and anything like this, with the exception of the Tyndale House Greek New Testament, only because the critical text is continually being updated. I'm not a huge fan of that. That's one of the things I don't like about the critical text. But this is a solid little Bible, and you know what? I would completely recommend it. So if you're in the need for a Textus Receptus, you can get these on the Trinitarian Bible Society website. If you found this review helpful at all, go ahead and hit the like button below, and let me know what you think. Is this something that you would see yourself using? Are you excited that a Textus Receptus is now being bound in this nice premium leather? I am. Well, let me know your thoughts below. And until next time, brothers and sisters, we'll see you around.